want you to also look at lowball offers when you're first starting out as opportunities. Why? Because once you sign up for like signing order and SnapDocs and a lot of the directories that I mentioned in the Signet Signatures course, once you sign up for those text messages go out to anybody within a 20, 30, 40-mile radius that's on that platform. So guess what, Cheryl? When you're getting notifications, guess who's also getting them? Me. Right? And so those lowball offers, me having done this for so long, I'm not going to take it. So that gives you, and most of us that have been doing this a long time, we're not going to take it. So that gives you an opportunity to find out who that signing service is and give them a call and introduce yourself and take the offer. Hello and welcome everybody to the Mobile Notaries of America show. I am 𝘕𝘰𝘳𝑗𝑠 Banks, your hostess. And what I do is I empower, I educate, and I equip notaries for financial success. So today what we are going to be covering is Q&A sessions with one of my newest students that enrolled into the Signet Signatures Notary Signing Agent course. So we're going to be doing a Q&A with her. I'm sure she's going to have tons of questions. And those are the same questions that you guys might have as you're starting with your loan signing business. So a little bit more about myself. As I said, I am 𝘕𝘰𝘳𝑗𝑠 Banks. I am a notary who currently brings in about $7,000 a month as a loan signing agent, in addition to other things doing with notary. I'm in ministry, and I also run a signing agency, a signing service. So yes, I do hire notaries to do work that I'm not able to do. I subcontract them out. So welcome to the show. Yes, one more thing. If you are currently a notary and you want to make additional money, you want to leverage your commission to bring in additional streams of income, then I welcome you to my webinar, Notary Signing Agent Success. It's about an hour long, and it will give you the details, the ins and outs of the notary signing agent business. And what is that? That means you are a notary public that closes loans, and you can do it mobilely or you can do it virtually. So go ahead, sign up for the webinar. The webinar address is listed below. It is notarypublicwebinars.com. Again, that is notarypublicwebinars.com. So without further ado, we're going to bring in my newest student, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl.
Hi.
Greetings. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What made you want to become a notary signing agent?
Well, first of all, it sounded fascinating anyway, just listening to you talk about all the things you do and the people you run across, and how much you enjoy being able to help others through it. Yeah. So that intrigued me. I currently work as a paralegal in a law office, and I'm getting ready to retire next year, but retirement is not what it used to be, and it's not where you just sit around and putter and pick up hobbies. Nowadays, right. You retire, do something else. Right. In my case, I want to work for myself.
Okay.
Being a mobile notary is appealing because I like to drive, I like to travel across the state and meet new people. And the loan signing just sounded like a great way to do it.
Yes, absolutely. And that is true. I mean, I meet a lot of different people. I've closed over 800 loans. So that's 800 different families, 800 different experiences, 800 different dogs and cats that I've met. I don't just meet people, I've made some furry friends along the way. So thank you so much for joining me on tonight. So what are some questions that you have? I know that you did sign up for the Signet Signatures course, and you did sign up for that. So I definitely want to be here as a great mentor and resource for you to answer any questions that you may have tonight.
Well, I know that it's not required to be certified separately for loan signing. However, I've seen a lot of posts on different Facebook groups about how easy it is to screw things up if you don't do them right.
Yeah.
And so that's why I wanted to take your course, but I was hoping you would talk a little bit about maybe what benefit it is to actually be trained to do it by somebody who's doing it successfully.
Okay, absolutely. And yes, you are correct. I mean, think about it. These are people's homes. They're refinancing their home. Some people are doing that to get a lower interest rate or because they just need the money for whatever have you. Then you have people who are getting home equity loans because they need to do repairs on their home. And you have documents both from the title company and documents from escrow, and you have documents also from the lender. So if you, as a notary, you're supposed to know the paperwork, right? So if you notarize in the wrong place or you forget a notary stamp, you can cause delays in their home being funded and slow up the whole process for everybody. So what we do as notary publics is very crucial to the closing process. We literally can cause delays that could cause, if we have a big enough delay, we can cause them to lose their interest rate. We can cause things not to get funded and people not to get paid. That's why we make between $75 to $250 per notary assignment. So to answer your question, it's very crucial for you. Yes, certification is not required, right? But because of the extremity of the importance of what we do, it's crucial to get trained by somebody that's already doing it and doing it successfully. And so the proper trainer is going to teach you the documents. What are the crucial documents? The most crucial documents that there cannot be no errors on, for sure, is the closing disclosure, that note. The note is a lender document. That's the contract for the mortgage. Then you have the actual mortgage, which has to be recorded down at the county, or in some states, it's called a deed of trust. So those types of documents, also IRS forms, are very crucial and critical. The proper trainer is going to tell you the documents. They're going to be able to walk you through the documents, tell you what to do, what not to do, potentially where to sign, what not to sign. They'll be able to tell you the ins and outs of the documents because it's so important for you to know that. And I would say that's one of the reasons why it's crucial to actually come under the mentorship of a successful loan signing agent who has successfully closed many loans and can also show you the way.
That makes sense.
Sure.
Also, I'm glad that you specified that you're a signing agent, signing agency.
Yes.
Because there are so many of them out there, and I'm reading, and some of them are absolute nightmares. Lowball offers taking, 30, 45 days to get paid, giving assignments last minute with, no comparable pay for it. Some of them are I mean, it's, sometimes things happen last minute, and then that's fine, but you expect to be compensated for it too.
Okay.
If you're going to go out of your way for them, they're going to go out of their way for you. It works both ways. But I've just heard so many horror stories that, I wouldn't even know which agencies were legit and which ones were not without your help. And then the fact that you are also an agency and able to pass on some work, especially in the early stages, where you can kind of give somebody something that they know they can count on.
Right.
And then, they can build their own clientele or build, their reputation or whatever. That's really important.
Okay.
So that was good to know too.
So there's a couple of things you said that I want to address. So you were
Okay.
saying getting offers that are last minute. That's a part of the industry. That's normal. So even though I like to follow some of the blogs by other notaries, I really don't follow too many of them because a lot of them are just griping and complaining about what is stationary in the industry. It can be a very last minute business. For example,
Right.
if you have a notary that has an appointment scheduled and their child gets sick or they have car troubles, right? They're going to cancel that order, and then the signing agency that hires the notary, they have to now rush to find another notary to try to meet the same time specifics that the appointment was already set for, right? And so those can be called ASAP signings. So when you get your notifications on your phone, it'll say ASAP. That means as soon as possible. That means, most likely the signer or the client is ready to go right now. Okay, so those are actually a great way to pick up some business. That's a great way when you're just starting out and you're wanting to get in work to take those ASAP signings. Now you were so ASAP signings are a great opportunity for people just starting out, and that's normal in this business. Okay, so the other thing you had talked about was low ball offers. So you've been doing your research.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want you to also look at low ball offers when you're first starting out as opportunities. Why? Because once you sign up for like signing order and SnapDocs and a lot of the directories that I mentioned in the signatures course, once you sign up for those text messages go out to anybody within a 20, 30, 40-mile radius that's on that platform. So guess what, Cheryl? When you're getting notifications, guess who's also getting them? Me. Right? And so those low ball offers, me having done this for so long, I'm not going to take it. So that gives you, and most of us that have been doing this a long time, we're not going to take it. So that gives you an opportunity to find out who that signing service is and give them a call and introduce yourself and take the offer, as long as you're not losing money on it. Right? I wouldn't suggest, some people would suggest this, but I wouldn't suggest driving all the way to McAllister, which is an hour and a half from Tulsa, for $30. I would not suggest that, because we're not in the business to lose money, right? We want things that make sense, but also low ball offers are a great opportunity for you. If you can get something that's in Sapulpa for $30, take it. Because once you start getting more offers and once you complete the job, then you ask them, hey, if you're pleased with my services, please mark me preferred, or please leave me a good review. And all of that builds up your name in the algorithm. More signing services will trust you and you'll be able to get more work.
Okay.
When I first started off, I took those low ball offers. I would take everything that I could, and I would always ask them, please leave me a review, mark me preferred, and now I'm making $7,000 a month. So we got to start somewhere. The other thing you had mentioned was the 30 to 45 days. That's normal. That's custom. We take the order, and because mortgages, they don't close or they don't fund immediately. So signing services, even title companies, most of them pay you like between 2 weeks. If it's a direct client, like a title company, if that's your direct client customer is a title company, yeah, it's about 2 weeks. But if you are, or a national signing service like ServiceLink or Signature Closers, they pay every 2 weeks. I love them, right? But then you have other signing services that are dependable. They're great clients for me, and they pay every 30 to 45 days, but they always pay within that 30 to 45 day time period. That's customary. Now, it's the ones that tell me 60 days. The 60-day ones, I personally don't do them. Now, first starting out, I would consider it depending on the deal, because I need to get some reviews. I need to build up my trust in this community so I can get more business. Right? So do consider that. But where I am now, I'm not taking 60-day payouts, because that's just too long for me. Because I am actually, if I take a 60-day payout, I'm giving up the opportunity to get something that's every 2 weeks, or, you know what I'm saying? So now I get to make those decisions because I have so much business coming in. But when you're first starting out, as long as you're not losing money, definitely consider it and try to go for it.
My only concern with the 60-day ones would be having the money to get through to that 60 days for everything you want to do in between. As far as the other offers you're going to get, you still got to have gas to get there on all of that too.
Yeah. So I not only teach you how to be, I not only teach you how to be a loan signing agent, but I'm also teaching you how to be a business owner. And so you have to do what makes sense for your business. Yeah. If you are saying, okay, I have this amount of money this month set aside for gas, this amount of money set aside for, being able to run the business, and 60 days is just not a possibility for me because it's going to, cause me to have a deficit or whatever, then don't take it. That would be my suggestion. You have to do what is best for your business.
Well, I'm glad to hear though that you're good, will help with the planning on things like that, so that we're not just run out there trying to do whatever we think is right and not have a clue what we're doing, and put ourselves in a bad spot without knowing. And it's also good to know that a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing online, a lot of it is just general griping.
Yeah, a lot of it is general griping. With the signing service that I do run, I am on one of those databases. And in fact, my mentor has made over $600,000 in their signing agency. And they say they don't really pay attention to all of the griping. Just keep moving forward, keep running your business. This is a business, and that's what I'm going to do, and you can't, because that can toxify you. If you listen to too many
Yeah.
of that negativity, then you find yourself going down on your customer service, not accepting offers, getting snazzy with the with the signing service owners and things like that. It
Hmm.
can toxify your ability to perform and to love what you do, and that's a problem. We don't want that. So I really only listen to one blog, and that's because I find it to be very well balanced. And that's the one on
Okay.
Notary Cafe. Notary Cafe blog is very balanced. I don't do the deadbeat signing agencies. I don't, really, I'm a part of that. Like I can go in, but I don't pay it really no attention, no mind, because it is a lot of griping online and it's very negative.
Yeah. Well, and Notary Cafe is pretty good about talking about signing agencies that have a bad reputation,
Yeah.
which ones to stay away from and which
Mhm.
ones to sign up for. And so that helps too.
Yes, and they also have some really good information on there, not just about the signing services, but just some good information about being a notary signing agent, period. I mean, you have people on there like she's local, her name is Christina, and I actually got to meet her in person because I needed for her. She had an embosser, and I don't have an embosser. So I had to hire
Okay.
her out to do a job for me. And she is amazing, super professional. She has special pins and a special light to check IDs and everything. I learned so much from her. She's on Notary
Awesome.
Cafe. She gives a lot of great information. So I mean, that's really the only one I pay attention to is the Notary Cafe one.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So what other questions you have?
I'm looking forward to learning about that and other general notary types of work.
Yes.
General notary work is not something to shun just because it doesn't pay as much as the others, because there's a lot more of it
Yes.
generally than there are, you know, the signings. And so there's lots of options just to even build up your reputation, period, and get people to know you in general. So
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to learning all of that from you, not just the technical stuff, although there's a lot of that,
Mhm.
but the customer service side of it and all of that, so that I end up with a good reputation like you do.
Yes, absolutely. And this is what I love about general notary work is because with the loan signings, yes, you have that 30 to 45-day waiting period. In between, you can fill up your books with general notary work. So, just last night, I had two people call me, ask me if I can do car titles. I don't leave the house for less than $35. So if they are local in Tulsa, where we're from, it's $35 and people pay it, especially if you're going to be calling me 9 o'clock at night. You're blessed. I don't charge you more.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's $70 right there. Now I did not go for those jobs. I tried to those I just turned them down. Usually I'll just pass them along to a friend and let them handle it. But yesterday I didn't do it for different reasons. But that would have been $70 right there that can help supplement me and hold me over until I get my next batch of payouts. So when
Right.
you are a notary signing agent, that is a strategy that I suggest that you all do is in between while you're waiting between those 30 and 45-day periods is to fill your books with general notary work. Now, in the state of Oklahoma, we can charge $5 per stamp, but we can have a traveling fee that makes sense. So that's why even if I do a card title, I'm going to charge you $5 to stamp, but I'm charging you $30 for your convenience and for my travel.
Right.
Okay. So, power of attorneys. If I have to go to a hospital, if I have to go to a nursing home, $75. And people pay it. And they're usually super kind, super friendly. They leave tips and they leave Google reviews.
Nice.
Exactly.
Well, that's some other stuff I want to learn from you too about, setting up websites and all of that stuff. So
Yeah,
I don't want
absolutely.
to, I have all these great ideas, and then I think, wait a minute, slow down. You don't want to get ahead of yourself. I don't want to invest so much into my business before I get started that I don't have a way to make any of it back right away. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to learn to moderate what's important right away from what's important later. And being with you, I think, will help me understand all that better.
Well, definitely. The first thing that there's just some things that are not avoidable that you have to start in order to start. You're going to have to, of course, be a commissioned notary in your state, of which you are. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
You have to have your stamp. You have to have your, if you're going to do loan signing straight out, you have to have that E&O insurance. You can start at 25,000. I built my whole business on 25,000 E&O insurance. You can, and you're going to have to get the laser printer because you're going to have to be printing your notary documents.
Right.
So, and you got to get that background check. So those are things that you have to have in order to start. So that's the E&O insurance, the laser printer. I mean, it's, tis the season to get a cheap laser printer. And you got to have that background check. Once you have all three of those, you ready to go. Oh, and so all four, because you got to have your commission. So once you have all four of those, you're ready to go. And it's very easy, depending on the amount of diligence you have. You can make all the money that you've invested back within 30 days, like I did. But I was pushing it. I was calling. I was brand new. Plus, I had my bills to be paid. My back was up against the wall. I didn't have a choice. It was, if
Yeah.
this ain't gonna work, I'm gonna be sleeping on the park bench. And I don't want to sleep on a park bench. I don't want that experience. You
I hear
see?
you.
So,
And that's one benefit that
right.
I'm going to have is I can take my time to learn this because I still, it'll be sometime next year before I actually retire from my other job.
Mhm.
But also, I only work 3 days a week. So I have, 2 weekdays and weekends to be able to get myself established and get
Yeah.
started.
Yes.
So that will
You
be
got a
helpful
good,
as
strong
well.
start.
I'm really looking forward to, finding out everything I need to know and knowing that even once the course is over, that you're there, as the mentor, then I can reach out if I have questions. That's
Absolutely.
important to me too.
I tell everybody in the Signatures course, I am your mentor. So if you have questions about your documents, let me know. Call me. If I don't pick up, text me. I'm more than likely going to respond to a text, right? Because I might be at a closing myself. If you need to set up something, let me know. We can work it out. I want to see everybody in the course succeed.